So are you ready to explore one of the most sought after areas in prime London? If you're considering relocating to London, Maida Vale has got to be at the top of your list. Why? Well, first of all, you get much more for your money than comparison to areas sort of Holland Park and Notting Hill, which are just close by. But also because it's famous because of its Georgian and Victorian homes, it has some delicious cafes and some amazing beautiful streets. As a street savvy Londoner, I've put together some great information as a guide for those thinking of moving to Maida Vale. It includes things to do, places to eat, but also what you get for your money. So stay tuned. So Maida Vale is located in West London in the borough of Westminster, which surprisingly to most people is a very reasonable council tax. Now I believe that's because it has a lot of commercial units in the borough, a lot of parking restrictions and a lot of parking fines. But of course a lot of business tax is contributed to the borough. And so where it's located exactly, to the east you do have St John's Wood, to the north you have West Hampstead, to the south you have Warwick Avenue, and to the west you have West Kilburn. Its postcode is W9 and the Maida Vale ward represents it. It's very well known for its tree-lined streets, serene canal walks and of course amazing garden squares. And when it comes to transport, of course, you've got your usual underground station, which is serviced by the Bakerloo line. The great thing about Maida Vale is that you can also take that Bakerloo to two major stations that takes you to national rail stations, which includes the Paddington, but also Marylebone, which is just a few minutes away. So you can get to pretty much any place in the country by just jumping on a tube station, a few stops, and then you're at a national rail station. Numerous bus routes run through the neighbourhood, including number 6, 16, 98 and the 332. If you're moving to Maida Vale, what kind of neighbours can you expect to have? Well, the neighbourhood itself does have a diverse and welcoming community. It includes a mix of working professionals, families, but also retirees. The area is known for its strong sense of community with several local events and activities occurring throughout the year. The Maida Vale Resident Association is an active group and works to improve the local area and promote the community spirit. And if you're finding this guide helpful, make sure you hit that like button because it costs you nothing at all and it really helps me out in pushing more of these videos out there. So what is it about finding your dream home in Maida Vale? Well, the neighbourhood is home to various housing types, including Edwardian and Victorian houses, but also modern flats. If you have a plan of moving to Maida Vale, the area is known for its stunning architecture with many properties featuring beautiful period details and ornate facades. The most desirable properties are the grand stucco houses in Little Venice, on streets such as Clarendon Gardens, Blomfield Road, Maida Vale Avenue and Elgin Avenue. Adding to the attractiveness is access to massive communal gardens to rival any in Kensington or Notting Hill. And make sure you stick to the end because I'm going to show you exactly what kind of properties are on the market in Maida Vale, but also what you get for your money. So this move into Maida Vale guide now brings us to the food scene, which for those who know me, other than property, my second passion is food. The great thing is that Maida Vale does offer a selection of places, whether it's independent shops or it's big brands. It does offer variety and also for different budgets. Some of these restaurants include the Waterway, a popular gastropub with stunning canal-side locations, the Warrington, a historical pub serving classic British dishes and great selection of beers and wines, Rolls, a chic Italian bistro with a romantic ambience and delicious food, the Summer House, a seafood restaurant with a beautiful terrace overlooking the canal, and the Elgin, stylish gastropub with a great selection of craft beers and cocktails. And if you want to explore other areas in West London, make sure you check out our video of the 5 best areas in West London to live in as an expat. Maida Vale has everything you need. Outside spaces such as a walk through the canal in Little Venice, or green spaces and parks, whether it's Paddington, a recreation ground, or Regent's Park, but also all the amenities. Several supermarkets, pharmacies and other essential services are also in the area, but also has some great primary and secondary schools. And when it comes to places to see, Maida Vale is a neighbourhood dominated by popular culture, with the world famous Abbey Road Studios located just a stone's throw from St John's Wood. This iconic recording studio has been used by many of the world's biggest musical acts, including the Beatles, Pink Floyd and Adele. So the fact that London has so many neighbourhoods to choose from, like Maida Vale, absolutely means that you should subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our guides. But let's talk property in Maida Vale. So at the time of this recording on Rightmove, there was just over 500 listings, ranging from £300,000 from one-bed flats right up to £15 million to houses with 8 bedrooms, gardens and everything that you would expect with a price tag of £15 million. Now, when it comes to new builds, I found that there was a total of 30 new build listings on Rightmove, starting from £600,000 for one-bed flats right up to £12 million. So this new home in Woodfield Road is on the market for £685,000. It's a studio flat, and the features include some high ceilings, so flooded with natural light, flagship development, spacious studio with separate sleeping area, large balcony, underfloor heating, parking available, which is really necessary in London, and has a daytime concierge and rooftop garden. So as London gets more expensive, I've recently seen more and more people move from places like Holland Park and Notting Hill going towards Maida Vale because they get more for their money. I'd love to find out what your experience is or what you've seen out there. Leave me a comment below. And an area overview of Bayswater and Maida Vale Q4 2022 of sold properties. Annual change in achieved price down by 3.3%. Annual change in transactions down by 6%. Average achieved price per square foot was 1,191. And average discount was 7.4%. That's on initial asking price. And when it comes to current availability, have been on the market 74%. And of properties on the market have been reduced in price 50%. Annual change in the number of available properties 0.7% up, and 15% percentage of available properties currently under offer. So that's a wrap for the Maida Vale guide, and as ever, if there's anything that my team and I can help you with prime London property, please feel free to reach out to us.